welcome back to Building a Boat by the River, where my partner and I are building a 41-foot wooden sailing boat in southern Tasmania. In this episode, we move 5.5 tonnes of lead from the front of our shed to under the boat and bed it down with glue. This is not a small operation, it takes a lot of thought, jacking and physical labour, but after a few hours of shuffling around we get it done. So we hope you enjoy this episode and stay tuned for more. Okay team, we had the lead here. We don't know precisely how heavy it is, so we've rented some scales, some industrial scales, flatbed scales, and what we're going to do now is ease it down onto the scales and pray that it weighs 5.5 tonne. That is our goal. If it weighs 6 tonne, we're in a pickle. Chainsaw will come out. So we're going to give it a crack. Mate, you overloaded it. Okay, just going to do a little recap here on our lead weighing session. So the scales max out at 3,000 kilos. We had hoped to have 5.5 tonne. That was the goal. It took a bit to juggle the scales around because they had to be accurately spread so that they didn't max out over 3 tonne. The weights, if you please, a drum roll. We came in at 5,878 kilos. Now that is 435 kilos over what we had hoped to have on our keel. It sounds like a lot and then it doesn't sound like a lot. So being 400 kilos over is not the end of the world. There's internal ballasting that goes in the boat. That's in the design, to internally ballast. But I think we've built a slightly heavier boat with the Tas oak we've used compared to as she was designed with yellow cedar and various bits and pieces we've put in there. So now a little block of lead is very heavy. So I think what we're going to do now is start getting the lead into position next to the boat. I'm going to plane the top flat, and then we may just chop a bit off the end, the front end, because we've got space to internally ballast up there, or maybe a bit on the back. I'm not sure. I'm going to think it over, sleep on it, and come up with a plan, but most likely I'll try and cut away a couple 100 kilos here and there. I mean, it's only a few people. In the scheme of things, it's not massive, but I'd like to stick to the design weight so that it's okay. So I think the plan now is to take the scales out and just start attempting to roll it closer to the boat into position, and then I'll put on my gear and probably do some planing of the lead, electrical planing to flatten off the top, and then I might do a bit of thinking and cutting maybe. I'll just see how much I take off to get it flat. That's the first goal. So yeah, on to bigger and better things. Yeah, there's the stats if anyone is curious. So that is the weight it came in at. That's designed weight, and that's the loose reduction of what we need to get rid of or get used to having on the keel. Yeah, on to the next phase.
think this will be the slave labor.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
That moved a lot.
It did, yeah. This is the moment of truth. You are taller, but... No way.
So an in-between bit, well, I've got both of you.
Yep.
You are trying to move.
Initially we were trying to pivot the lead, which works well, but now we'd ideally love to make the lead roll. We're finding out pretty quickly how heavy 6 ton is. Yep, so we need it to move in a forward direction. The dollies underneath are actual rollers and they're rated to at least 3 ton each. I think they're 6 ton each, but they're not rolling as well as we'd like. This one's actually just scraping because it's red on the ground there. Yep.
So you have 2 dollies underneath the keel and that front bit.
Yeah. There is a part of me that thinks if we bought a better one with more lifting capability like this, we'd have more chance of moving it than these rollers right now for some reason. Yeah. Oh, you're in a good spot there, are you? Go a little lower.
This is too heavy, I think.
No. Too much.
Yeah.
It's a dad sound. See, when you get a little bit older, you get to have all these sound effects. Dad sounds.
That sounds.
Yeah, when you get like every year you get older, you can grunt a bit louder when you do it. Yeah, exactly. Look, you guys moved it. Oh,
Okay,
at least 10 centimeters.
If we manage to put a roll in the center line.
Yeah, we can try and do that now. Still a bit perplexed at why.
This one looks free
Yeah.
of the ground.
So this is a long way. I'm slowly working down the keel, flattening it off, trying to make it level. The top was slightly out of level when it was poured, so I'm having to plane one edge a bit more vigorously to make it level so that when it goes under the boat it fits perfectly. There's a small amount of slump in the center of the keel. As it cooled, it sort of brings everything in and gets a bit smaller, so I'm having to plane the ends a little bit more. It's not too bad to plane, but it's not fun. I wouldn't say this is high up on the fun jobs list. I'm using a detergent, so just washing up liquid as a lubricant, which actually really helps as you go. The trick with lead is as soon as it gets warm, it clogs up. So you really just got to keep everything cool and keep moving along. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep planing my way down and try and get this as level as possible. Yep, pump on. Okay, update on the lead action. So I've planed the top of the keel, made it flat and level as I think it could be or should be. I hit it with the belt sander, which surprisingly sands it quite well. I'll show you the keel now quickly so you can see where it's at. So there's the belt sand scratches there, and I've worked down. We've got some spot rust coming up here. I suspect there was some steel residue in the pour that has come through, but for the rest it's pretty good. I mean, it looks quite ugly, but it's gonna be a-okay. I'm curious how many kilos I've shedded here. I mean, it's a maze of shavings, so we'll weigh the keel soon and get another idea of weight, what we're looking at. Big keel. These pyramids here are very strong. They're hardwood stacked up. I call them pyramids obviously because they are pyramids. Good support and quite a few jacks in various areas. Would you believe it, you can actually bend the keel if you don't support it in quite a few spots. Over time it could sag. So we're just trying to keep it well supported. Yep. Okay folks, we have weighed the keel again. We're happy with the weight. We'll reveal the exact data later. And now we're just going to slide it under the boat. Got a turfer hooked up and a few dollies. Just keep an eye on it. Everything's pretty slow and under control, and yeah, see how it goes. Here we go again.
So we're not gonna move the wheel?
I don't know. Did you move it last time or not?
No, it
I
moved
think it's
itself.
oh yeah, it's moving on its own. Okay. Wait up. Wait. You're actually lifting the whole keel, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just try that.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, lowering.
Yeah.
Let's use both. This same wood.
Yeah, good idea.
Off.
Yeah, me too, so that's good. I'm about to touch, but I'm a bit crooked, so...
Yeah. If I touch, I stop.
Oh.
Yep, I touch.
Yeah. Moving the boat now.
Moving the boat?
Yeah. How level are you? Just curious.
What are you going to use this for?
I don't think we've done any talking to get to this point, but the keel is now against the hull with about a 10mm packer the whole way through to see how straight we are. It's turned out pretty good. It's just a bit out of line now, so for the first time we're going to use Dunner's big clamp he gave us when we first started building. Never really had a chance to use this thing, but today might be the day. So that just has to touch the wood on the other side.
Yep.
Big man. Is that on the wood there? Alright, we'll try that. I'm probably gonna... I don't know.
Oh, well, it is flush here.
Yeah, just get this top corner a little bit in. We'll have to split the difference.
Oh. We're on the port side. It is already.
Yeah, I might have to call it at that.
Yeah, it's already a bit over.
Ah, yeah. Alright, we're going to leave it at that.
Was that all?
That was it, folks. Moving lead sideways. Bit anticlimactical. See the clamp did the job. Still like 5mm there. Going to do some filming for a second. You can also introduce yourself here if you want. No one knows who you are.
Let's keep it that way.
It'll take 2 seconds if you just come one step closer this way. This way. Yep, that's it. Okay. Welcome team. We have a visitor, a helper, a family member. Jan?
Actually the father of Iefke.
Yep, correct. How long are you down for and what are you doing?
Anything you want, but mostly cleaning, a bit of polishing the brass, just helping out.
Moving
doing
lead?
The shopping, moving lead.
Moving lead, bolting lead on, drilling holes for the lead, which we're about to do.
Groceries. Cooking.
Dog sitting.
Yeah, most of that.
A jack of all trades. Cool. Well, thank you. Today is an exciting day because we're going to bed and glue the lead keel to the boat. We're using a 3M product, which my assistant here is going to show you. 3M. Oh, we're not doing brand. No, we don't care about brands. No.
If they would support it.
If they would, but unfortunately not. It's a big bad world. 3M 5200 5220 200. I've heard a few explanations. We'll spit off some stats on this in a minute, but this is a very strong adhesive, flexible adhesive for the keel, and theoretically this glue alone could hold the lead to the boat twice over. So we have quite a large bedding area. We have a foot wide, the keel at the widest part, so it's very wide, so we have a lot of surface area that is good for bedding and keeping it on the boat. Obviously there'll be micro movement, and to keep up with that we're using this flexible adhesive from 3M. We've only got 12 cartridges because it's really expensive, and that's all we wanted to order, so hopefully we'll have enough. We've gridded it up and we've got to ration this out. So yeah, plan is to lay the glue along the keel, and then we're going to jack it up slowly, which will take a bit of time. The mating surface or the bedding surface of boat to lead is quite good, so there's not much gap around the boat. So yeah, exciting moment. We're going to get the glue out and whack it on, and then probably just start drilling holes in lead. Chicken in the background, of course, making a lot of noise. So if we fast forward, it'll just be brock brock. So this is one sausage, so I'm just going to see how far this sausage goes. And then, I don't know, we'll dispatch it, or I'm not sure. Don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to know pretty quickly. Fill up this little crevice.
Viscosity.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's got quite a bitumen-y,
Tarry sort of thing.
yeah.
How many sausages have you used, Matt?
This is number 6.
No, halfway.
We've got enough glue, I
We
think, so
have
that's good.
enough.
I'm pretty happy about that.
And Dad and I are smearing it out with a sticky. How's your hands?
Now we're going to jack it up. I'm going to start quite a bit with the back to try and kick to make it walk that way, because it slowly slides back in a real slow manner. It wants to fall back into this notch here, so I'm just going to try and push it forward a bit with this jack. That is the rough plan. So, and then big man, if you can keep tension on these 2 center ones.
And okay, for the footage, grandmother's cutlery will be yours, huh?
Grandmother's cutlery.
Yeah, it will stay here under the keel.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Always wanted,
score.
always wanted a set of silver cutlery.
Hello.
Hi. That's a very dangerous photo we come here.
Come on, Amy.
You're so helpful.
Just going to wait there on that one. How much clearance you got? You're going to make
Inch.
But will the jack?
No, the jack will make it.
So we got to deal with this back clamp thing now. To
The
make
C clamp, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, you're almost in position, right there.
Oh, you got a bit of stuff on your nose. It's
Oh.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Can't trust him with glue, can you?
Oh, yeah, here we it. Who says so?
Favourite part of the building.
$200 of glue coming out.
Yeah, 500.
Oh, most of it.
Oh yeah, true. There's a percentage that stays that. Could you go on the front jack
Yeah.
and just jack that? We'll try and come up together a little bit. You can still see I'm sort of 10 mil off.
Oh, less than 10 mil here.
Okay.
Just the middle.
This clamp on. Yeah, this clamp's forward. Hang on, just wait a sec. If you come up, and just until you hear some air starting to.
Little farts here.
Yep, that's good. Keep coming. Keep coming.
When do we know that we are checking the boat?
You're gonna hear
that. Quite powerful. I think we're like looking pretty good. I'll just take up on these so we're not slumping the keel at all. And then that's it. That's the usage factor. Which is, there's glue coming out in most spots, so that's good. Yeah, see if it holds. If it holds.
Definitely.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that. Big thanks to all our viewers, for subscribing, liking, commenting, and a massive thanks as always to our patrons and supporters here down in Tasmania. So thank you.